Hello, wonderful people of the internet. Welcome back to another episode of Leos Labs. Oh, Gibbous, welcome to the squad. I don't know what to call it. Anyway, Nick, thank you again for another gift sub. I really do appreciate it. Let me go ahead and put a single cow in chat. I hope you're having a great day. Single cow. Okay. Right. Quick update on where I've been for the past hour. Basically, after 2 hours of streaming this afternoon from like 2 to 4-ish, I was super tired. And I was like, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take an hour off. And so I took an hour off. And then I realized, okay, it's time to start stream again. So in that hour, I went shopping. I ate a bunch of food. And now I'm back. I have some amount of energy now. So I should be able to at least finish the rest of stream. And then I went upstairs, go to the bathroom, get ready for stream. And I realized my toilet was constantly running with water, right? That happens, just a little bit of water. It's not a hard problem to fix. It takes 10 minutes. So I took 30 minutes and I still didn't fix the problem. So I'm going to have to call someone and ask if they can fix it. European toilets are apparently different than American toilets. I don't know. Anyway, I read the article Shadow linked in the Discord and it's good and worth reading. Oh, yeah, cool. Okay. So the other thing that happened over the past hour is that the primary developer of kernel abstractions did actually get back to me on whether the tests were accurate or not. They were not quite to his liking, so we will go back and we'll fix that first, and then we'll work on the algorithm archive. The big thing that we need to do with the algorithm archive right now is focus on the algorithm archive logo. That's the number one thing I want to do for the algorithm archive work, and then hopefully we'll have time to fix our histogram implementation on the GPU, which we will do next, I think. Okay, so first CD projects, kernel abstractions, ls here, CD test, and then vi convert.jl. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make B and A both a two-dimensional array. Rather, I'm going to make it so... Wait, I need to think about this. I'm going to make it so... Yes, I'm going to make it so B is a two-dimensional array of size... Basically, I'm going to make it so each line in B is going to be either the seal, floor, or round of A, and then we're just going to return that, and we're going to double check that. That's what we're going to do. I hate this unrolled loop. It's absolutely atrocious. I think there are 16 possible entries, so 8, 16, 32, 64, int 28. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just double check. So we're going to do Control D, CD projects, kernel abstractions, ls here, Julia. Let me do subtypes of unsigned. This is going to be 5-element list, and signed should also be a 5-element list. Okay, 6, but 5. Okay, so we're going to make B a zeros of n, and then it's also going to have another dimension to it, which is going to be of size 10. And over here, let's go ahead and check that out. So if we do zeros of 10 by 2, this should have 2 rows, 2 columns. I need to think about this. How do we want to do it? We want it 10 by 2. So that means 10 rows and 2 columns. But I think we actually want it the other way around so that we have... Genuinely, who cares? It's totally fine. It doesn't matter as long as we're indexing this correct. So let's say A is going to be equal to that. And now we're going to say A of 1, 2 is going to be equal to 1. And that should be the first row, second column. Perfect. Okay, just making sure we're indexing it correct. So in here, we're just going to modify this. So essentially, we're just going to add comma 1 to all of these guys. And then comma 2 to all, 1, 2, 3. And then 4, 5, 6. Oh man, this is gonna be a pain. 5. 1 second. 6. We'll add some spaces. There. Wait, 1 second. There. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm trying to think here. 1 second. So we're going to be reading int 64, then B of TID. Okay, that's totally fine. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is annoying. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, how's everyone doing? We're just counting today on stream. I hope that's okay. 19, 20, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and then finally 30. I misspelled that. I'm playing sandwich cooking juggling video game. Oh, okay. Good. That sounds interesting. Yeah, keep up the good work. Okay, let's hop down here. And then the next thing I'm going to do is just at test. I'm going to create test array. Test array is going to be equal to... how am I going to do this? So I want it to be... I want it to be 3 rows concatenated over and over again. So it'll be seal floor rand of A. So do I need to do... How am I going to... Let me think about this. So A is going to be equal to, let's just say rand of 16, right? And then we're going to multiply that by 3. So that's what we're doing. So then what I want to do is I want to basically layer that, is it row by row or column by column? Just page Cheeseria's, just Papa's Cheeseria again, but this time it's a description. Ah, yeah, cool. I didn't realize that's exactly what you were doing. I actually don't know what the game is. Let me get a little bit more water. And okay, for the record, guys, we'll be streaming until basically 8 o'clock p.m. my time, so that's an hour and 30 minutes from now, hour and 20 minutes from now. So we've got plenty of time to get this done and then do the algorithm archive work. For those who are just jumping in, you might not have seen this bug before. Essentially, there was a bug in converting anything to another integer type. So like float to int or int to int on the GPU. And so we're just taking all those test cases of all the integer types that we could do besides big int, and we're just like testing all of that. So we're just going to test to make sure that all of you guys are at least doing the process that it's supposed to do of seal, floor, and round. And yeah, I think actually what I probably should have done is I should have probably checked. Yeah, I probably should have done this a different way, but oh well. Because now that I think about it, what I should have done is I should have done that. So we're going to say, we're going to say that dB of, oh, I hate this so much. So we're going to go through all the columns and then the rows. So we want to say dB of column, and then I want to do 1, what is 1 in steps of 3 to 30? Okay. So then we want to do, I think that's what I want, 1 in steps of 3 to 30. And we're going to do round, that's going to be seal, dot of DA. And so here we're going to do 2 in steps of 3 to 30, and 3 in steps of 3 to 30. And it's going to be seal, floor, and round. And in here we're going to do 30. 30. Because we have 10 integer types and we have 3 operations. Do the name kernel come from math first or computer science? I have never heard of kernel in math, so probably math. I genuinely, it must be math first, right? I just don't know what a kernel is in math. I think I used it once for maybe error correction, maybe? But I don't know what else this is from. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to write this, go over here, and we're just going to test it. So control CD into test, ls here. And now we're going to run Julia include convert to .jl. Hopefully it's included, and then we're just going to test it out on the CPU and on the GPU. Make sure both of them run. They don't run because it doesn't even compile. Unexpected end on line 80. Okay, that is because we have this test array sitting there. Include it again, and hopefully we're good to go. I think the name came from kernel. The name kernel came from popcorn. Could have been. I mean, makes sense, right? Okay, so now we're going to do convert test. We're going to do CUDA device first. No method for CUArray. Vector float 64, int 64. The closest candidates are the following. Okay. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Yeah, that's just me typoing. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna Control D, Julia, include one more time, and then try the convert test. Oh, I hope this works. If this works, we're good. The kernel is a morphism, basically a function between two structured sets. The kernel of a morphism, basically a function between two structured sets, is a set of elements that maps to the null element. Okay, so now we're going to try convert test. Is a set of elements that maps to the null element. Or identity element. A function between two structured sets. I gotta be honest, I don't know what that means. In principle I should, but I don't. Okay, I'm going to say one more thing also while we're here. I had to take an hour off of stream because I was just incredibly tired as of the last stream. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start to re-implement the Swole Layouts workout routine. I know some people like that, some people didn't like that, but I'm going to do that because what it does is it allows for me to keep my energy up throughout stream by giving me a little bit of a break every hour or so. So I'm going to add that back in starting tomorrow, and hopefully that should allow for me to do, you know, slightly longer streams that are not as limited. You know, because you saw me, I was stalling. You know, I was sitting there, I was so tired. I was like, man, I just couldn't keep going. How did the CPU test fail? Are you kidding me? The GPU test passed now, but the CPU test failed? Oh no. I'm gonna Control D, Julia, include it again. And then we're going to try the CPU test and see if it passes this time. Oh, that's super unfortunate. I don't think I've ever had that case where the CPU test fails. I have 16K channel points to use for this. Yeah, no, the CPU tests are failing, but the GPU tests are passing. So, what's the issue? 3, 3, 3, 1, 3. Oh, they're clearly different. Is this because DA is different for... Wait, what is going on here? So we have the array type, which is just array of ran times 3 for i's 1 to n. Then we say db is the array type zeros of n 30. Should be fine. We do the kernel convert. Oh, I should not have done that. Yeah, what's going on here? 3 to 30 DA, round.da. The GPU tests were passing, right? I'm not just an idiot. Let me try it again on the GPU just to make sure. I've actually never had the case where the GPU tests pass, but the CPU tests fail. So I guess that's what we're working on now. It's okay, sometimes. But yeah, I'm going to try to add it back in tomorrow, just because I just genuinely feel it's a good idea. I need a way to keep myself more motivated, and I think adding in this Swole Layouts workout program will at the very least keep my energy levels up, and it will allow me to focus on something else every hour, and I think that's really healthy. And you know, screw it. If you know, maybe the workout's too hard, I don't really care. The point is that, you know, it's putting me back into a healthy lifestyle. Okay, so this one passes just fine. Okay, so why is the CPU test failing? I don't genuinely know. So we're reading in B. Am I doing something dumb here? B of TID, which is going to be 1 through... B of TID is going to be... Is there something wrong with the TID conversion on the CPU? Wait, let me print out B. Yeah, here's what I'm going to do. Down here, I'm going to print line B, and I'm going to print line A. Yeah, so let's do print line, and we're just going to print line DB of this guy. And then we're also going to print line ceil of A. Is that going to work? Let's go over here and let's include it again. And let's try it one more time. Okay. So that did not work the way I wanted it to work. Not at all. Okay. So let's just pop this down and put them on 2 separate lines. Print line. Okay, include it again. Now we're going to try the test suite one more time. Okay, we have 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. What is going on? Huge. Am I stupid? These are all 2s. These are all 1s. These are all 1s. 2. 1, 1, 2. 2. What? So it's 2, 1, 1, 2. Is the indexing different on the CPU and the GPU? No way. No way. Come on. Can't be. Looks pretty. Thanks, Henry. Okay, but you are right. There's a weird symmetry to it. So it passes on the GPU because let's printline DB first, I guess. All right, let's just see what happens with printline DB. It has to be capital B. Include again, convert test. Then we should have B printed up here. Ooh, okay, that's something. So we have 3, 2, 3. Then we have 2, 1, 2. It even has 3s. Yeah, I mean, look, we're getting there. But for some reason... Yeah, for some reason... So this is 2... It's like 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. It should be 3, 2, 3, 1, 1. And here we have 3, 2, 3, 3. But 3, 2... 3, 1. So it actually looks like it's correct. But for some reason, we're just grabbing the wrong column. Am I doing something dumb? Let me check this really quick. So I'm going to say A is going to be equal to 1s. I can't spell 1s. There we go. Let's do 10 by 30. Which is essentially what we have here. Well, we'll do 16 by 30. And now I'm going to do A of... I don't know, 1, 5 equals 0. A again. So that's the first row. So that's the first row and the 5th column. Okay, so here what we're doing is we're grabbing the first row. So we're grabbing all the rows. And we're grabbing the 1, 3, and 30th column. I'm going to do something really stupid here. What happens if we flip this around? No, they all still fail. I just thought maybe. Okay, so what's going wrong with the indexing? Maybe what I should do is I should have all the ceils and all the floors and all the rounds put together. Maybe? Wait, let me see if I can even figure out what's going on here. It's just a bunch of numbers. It's just a whole bunch of numbers. Okay, I'm going to change n so it's not 32, but it's now 4. Include, convert test suite. Okay, it's just 4. So what's going on here? We have, this is B, and this is specifically what we're grabbing of B. Note that it's just grabbing all the 3s put together, so it's 10 3s, 10 more 3s put together, 10 2s and 10 3s. So it should be 3 3 2 3 is what we're looking for, and the answer is 3 3 2 3. Okay, so essentially we're just grabbing the wrong. It's saying is DB 1 3 30. which we're printing out here. Ah, that's it. I figured it out. God, no, I didn't. I didn't figure anything out. I need to check if each one of them. So, like, for example, if I do one here, I do one here, and I do one here, that should pass. No, it's still pass. Why? Why not? I thought what it would do is broadcast everything. How is this still failing? What is going on? Okay, I mean, why does it work on the GPU? Okay, well, this was something that I thought was going to take 2 minutes, and it's clearly taking more than 2 minutes. So what might happen today is we might just get this done, and then just do the algorithm archive work, and that might be it. But we're going to get this done today. I'm really trying my best to get this in, so we can start moving on to other things. Okay, so the CPU, so B right here is 323233233233 whatever, which means that we have the seal, floor, and round. The floor and round are the same, and the ceiling is no, what does that mean? Oh, okay, it means that the seal and round are the same, and floor rounds down. That's totally fine. And so what we're printing out here is first dB of 1330, which means we're grabbing all of the columns. We're grabbing 1, 3, and 30. So we should be grabbing. Why does it go up to 30? Shouldn't it go up to 10? Am I wrong? Should it go up to 10? Or maybe it should go up to 32. Maybe it should go up to N? Wait, what are we actually doing here? Let me think. So what we're trying to do is grab all 4. So we have 4 possible values that we've created. We're trying to grab all 4 of them. What are we trying to do? We're trying to grab all 4 elements and make sure that they have the right values. Obiage, thank you so much for following. Really appreciate it. Okay, so, right. The thing that's kind of annoying is, again, that it passes on the GPU. The fact that it passes on the GPU just makes it so much more frustrating, because that means the logic is kind of sound. So, let me double check what we're doing. We're creating 4 random values. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Okay, these are 4 random values between 1 and 3. Fine, fair enough. What we're then doing is we're running 10 different operations on them. Seal, floor, and round. Okay, we're using 3 different operations 10 times. So that's 30 different operations total. So 1, 4, 7, so on, they're all going to be seals. The next one, the 2, 5, 8, and so on are all going to be floors, and 3, 6, 9, so on are all going to be rounds. That's what we're looking for. So what we then need to do is we need to go through and double check to make sure that all of them, all the seals are equal to this, and all the floors are equal to this, and all the rounds are equal to this. Let me change something really quick. Just change that to a 1, and we're going to do include convert test suite. Let's see what this does. So dB, let me go up to the top here. So this is going to be 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought was going to happen. So what happens if I change this around so it's this way? And now we're going to do include convert test suite. And now we have... No, that didn't work either, did it? Oh, that's because it can't go up to 30. Yeah, okay. What is going on? Okay, so this is me learning Julia stuff. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so how is that 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1? We are... Let me try this on the GPU then. Yeah, let me try this on the GPU as well. So everything passes here. I don't know how exactly it passes, but it does. And we have 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. The 10 threes is equal to 3, 3, 1, 3. What? Okay. Well, something's going wrong here, and I'm not sure exactly what it is. So we created an array of 30 elements this way. No. It's going to be 4 rows and 30 columns is what it is. That's what we've done. 4 rows and 30 columns. And what we've tried to do is we've tried to make it so the columns go seal floor round, seal floor round, seal floor round. So what we want to do is we want to grab seal floor round. So we want to make sure that oh, okay, I see what's happening here. Right. Okay, I understand. What we actually want to do is we want to make sure that all of 1, 3, 30, all of those, let's say they're equal to 3, are also going to be equal to dA of 1. Okay, right. So if all of them are 3, we want them to be dA of 1. And then the next one, they're all going to be 2. We want all those to be dA of 2. Okay, right. So we do seal of dA. And then what am I looking for? I want to iterate through each one of them. I mean, I could just put this on a giant for loop, but there has to be like a kind of, easier way to do it, right? So right, 1, 3, and 30 should all be the same number. So I guess we check that. Right. How are we going to check that? So let's do dB of 1, 3, 30 first. I guess we can sum them all together. Like, how do you find a number that's different? So I want to make sure that all, like, the list of 1, 3 through 30. So dB of 1, 1, 3 through 30 should be all the same number. How do we check to make sure they're all the same number? I guess we just check to make sure they're all equal. How do you check to make sure they're all equal? I keep thinking these pumpernickel and Swiss sandwiches are ice cream sandwiches. Unfortunately, I can't see it, so I don't know what they look like in game. Is there an all equal thing? No, all unique. No way, I want all unique. Of 3, 3. What does all unique take? Maybe it takes a set like this, or a vector. Okay, that's false. So how do I say all here? Dang. Understandable. Who in their right mind would eat pumpernickel and Swiss? Pumpernickel bread is a chocolatey brown and Swiss cheese is white. Wait. What? I didn't know that pumpernickel... Oh, it's not chocolate. I thought you said it was chocolate. I was like, what? Why would you ever eat chocolate and cheese together? Sounds crazy. Okay. How do I check that they're all equal? Or maybe that's not what I need to do. Maybe what I need to do is just say... it's 1, 2, 3. So all the seal values. And then we want all of that equal to that. I guess we want 10. Oh, gee, it was such a pain. I thought we had this. I thought it was understood, but now it's not. And I'm so sorry about that. Okay. So we print line dB, and then print line dB of 1, and then 1, 3, 30. So we check to make sure all of them are the same, and then we check to make sure that any one of them is correct, I guess is what we can do. I'd like to check to make sure all of them are correct. Can I do is equal to? Is equal? Does this take in more arguments? What happens if I do that for is equal? That doesn't work. It has to be specifically 2. But what happens if I do this? Can I do is equal dot? No, that's not going to work at all. Ah, dang it. How do I compare to make sure that they're all the same value? I mean, I don't want to like add them and average them because that could potentially be wrong. I mean, I could add, subtract, add, subtract, add, subtract. I could add all of them and then subtract all of them and make sure that they're all equal to 0. That's one way to do it. I mean, ultimately what I'm doing is I'm grabbing a whole bunch of 3s. Okay, what if I just do... What if I try this differently? What if I just put this in a for loop? 1, 2, 3, 2, 30. And then in here we just say end here. I'm just going to delete these lines in here. Okay, and we're going to grab I plus 1, and I plus 2. And then I plus 2. And see what that does. Okay, that passes. Oh, he's gonna hate this test. CUDA. Oh man, this is like one of the worst tests I've ever written. Kure. These should also all pass. Okay, there we go. That's our test. It's an awful test, but it is what it is. All right, write and quit. Git add convert.jl, git commit -m, testing all values of all possible return values. For A, I guess. Git push. Oh, actually, shoot. Vi convert.jl. We want to remove this guy, and we git add convert.jl, git commit -m, removing unnecessary CUDA includes git push origin convert fixes. Okay, let me just refresh this. Okay, so I'm not gonna say it's a pretty test because what I should have done is I should have made it so all the seals and everything are put together. Okay, so I could rewrite this. So we put all the seals in one block, all the floors in one block, all the rounds in one block. I mean, that would work okay. Or I could put them all in like different arrays. Or they can all be in the freaking same array and we can just do the stupid indexing. Okay? Like, fine. I'm being a bit lazy here. So can I put it all in one test? That's my question. So we have all the at inbounds. I can probably put it in 3 different tests for seal, floor, and round. So we put all the seals, all the floors, and all the rounds put together. And then we just check to make sure that each... we just check to make sure that... yeah, okay, well, let's just see what that looks like. I went ahead and committed this, so let's take a look at what convert looks like. .jl. I mean, we could do 3 separate arrays as well. Baba Milk Tea Earl Grey. Thanks for following. Really appreciate it. Okay, let's just put them all together then. The main issue with that is that we have to redefine T each time. So we have to do seal, and then redefine T, and then redefine T, and then redefine T. So we have to do that. And then we need to do round, and redefine them all. And then we need to do floor, and then we need to redefine them all, which is going to be a huge pain in the butt. But let's just see what that would look like, I guess. So let's do yank. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's just do them all. So we're going to do... I'm just going to put an int first. Here, there. Now we're going to put in u here. We're going to do 8. 16. 32. 64. Oh, sorry about that. And then we want to do 128. All right, and then we're going to change these as well. So it should be, we're going to remove this guy, remove these guys down here. And this means the first 10 elements will all be seals. So now we're going to do 1 through 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then we're going to do yank 11 yank. We're going to modify all these so they're seal, floors, and rounds. And let's just get going. One second, 2, 30. Okay. So these are all going to be changed to floors. Let's go ahead and do that right now. DT here. All right. So we're going to do floor. And then round. Okay, let's pop down here, and let's modify the test. So we should just now need 3 tests, I believe. There, and... Okay, so we're going to do seal dot, and we're going to do 1 through 10. This is going to be 11 through 20, and this will be 21 through 30. And we want to make sure that each, let's just see what happens. So we're going to include here, and now let's just try, I think I have to recompile the kernel. Julia, include, and let's do a convert test once it's working. So convert test, CUDA device CURAY, CUDA device not using CUDA, and then CUDA kernels. All right, give it a second, and now we're going to do convert test suite. I think this one will pass, and then the next one's probably not going to pass, which is the one for the CPU, because it does indexing slightly differently, which is a huge pain, but I guess it's fine. So this one I'm expecting to pass with 3 tests, and then the next one I'm expecting to fail. Hey Trash Talk, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. We're still finishing up this test that I was actually working on earlier. I don't remember if you were on stream during the first stream for today, but yeah, I've been yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to get this test done for all stream. I got it done initially, and then, you know, the kernel abstractions developer was like, you know, the test isn't great. I'm like, okay, fair enough. Okay, so there's the CUDA kernel. So now I'm updating it again. And we're going there. It's okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. It doesn't work. Okay, so, so seal of DA is going to give us 10 values. What if I transpose this guy? Can I just do that? No, that didn't work at all. I thought it might. Yeah, okay, so the issue here is that it's so annoying. It's so freaking annoying. Okay, screw it. I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna put it in for loop. And we're gonna have 30 tests. 30 tests, and that's what we're gonna do, and just screw it. I'm done. And we're gonna do 1 through 10. Nope, this is gonna be I plus 10, and I plus 20. Okay, so we're gonna include one more time. We're gonna do convert test suite for the CPU, passes, and then CUDA array. Hopefully it also passes. Perfect. All right, we have 30 tests, and that's just what we're gonna do. Screw it. Just absolutely screw it. All right, write and quit. Git commit. Convert.jl-m. Reorganizing tests. Git push. Origin. Convert fixes. Okay, fine. Fair. Conversation here. And let's just go in as well. Okay, so I rewrote everything so that B now has a different row for each integer conversion. Again, though, the error here would be found on compilation. Yeah, I don't really know if this is a useful test. Yeah, so we fixed the problem from yesterday. It's kind of silly, but we fixed it. I mean, I could also do... We have a bunch of other arrays for different floating types. But if I'm honest, those don't have the inexact error. So the main issue, I think, so converting to any floating type is fine. Okay, I rewrote the test so that B now has a different row for each integer conversion. We could have a bunch of other arrays for types. Again, my broadcasting magic is a bit weak here. I was able to do 3 tests on the GPU without the for loop, but it did not work on the CPU. So we now have 30 tests. We can add more. It's fine. Comment there. Again, I'm just gonna wait until he's like, oh, okay, this is fine, and then once he says this is fine, I'll be like, all right, then I'll squash and merge, or squash but not merge. Okay, good. All right. We have this guy working. Refresh from here. Yeah, we changed that. Here's our very dumb tests, like just incredibly stupid tests, but that's okay. Fine. I mean, we could have a for loop through the... Fine, it's too much effort. It's fine. Oh, the other thing is I want to increase n to 32. Let's increase n to 32. Doesn't matter, but just to be safe. git commit dash convert to jail dash m increasing n to 32. Git push origin convert fixes. See you, Trash Talk. Have a wonderful walk. Okay, that's fine for now. I think it's okay. I mean, look, they're not the best tests, but screw it. It's okay. Again, the only other thing that we could do here is maybe try converting back to different floating types. Whatever. Okay. Man, every time I try to drink, I get water all over me. Like, what on earth? Okay. Now we're going to work on some algorithm archive work. I'm going to come back to this PR, see if they say anything. Otherwise, I can, and if they're happy with it, I can just squash it, and we can be finally done with this bug. It's taken a week. It's not like it's been super demoralizing either. Like, the truth is, like, you know, I actually don't mind working on bugs like this. I sometimes get in my head, though, because there's a lot of stuff that I have to do. I mentioned this just earlier on in stream. But like, there are a bunch of things that need to happen in order for this video to get out this year. And I keep saying video because I know, as much as I'd like to think of these as big research projects and everything, most people don't see research projects. They see videos, they see live streams, they see algorithm archive chapters. They don't see the research papers that are coming out because I haven't put any papers out. And frankly, that doesn't usually excite people. So when I say I'm not going to be able to get the video out until the end of the year, I mean, people understand that this is, you know, a lot of work being put into this video. And so taking a week to focus on a kernel abstractions bug that, you know, probably shouldn't even exist in the first place, I don't know, like, it is a little bit demoralizing, but at the same time, it's kind of like, I mean, what do you expect? You know, like, this stuff happens all the time. This is why all of my research is always delayed by like a week, a month, because I always have to spend time focusing on these little things that other people don't usually have to focus on. And so, sure, yeah, we spent a week doing stuff that maybe isn't ultimately, you know, super useful in the end. But at the same time, it's useful for some people. It fixed a bunch of issues with kernel abstractions. So, yeah, I mean, look. It doesn't directly help us with our research goal, but it definitely helps out a lot of the open source community. So fine, I'm happy enough with it. Let's go to github.com. Also, again, I'm just going to reiterate something that I made in the previous stream today. I am not going to be making the video. I'm not going to be making the video on switching to Windows, right? So I may have mentioned yesterday that I was thinking about making a video about like Linux user tries Windows for the first time in 15 years or something like that. Not going to make that video. And the reason is because that particular video is only going to serve to, I mean, really just get people angry, get people riled up. I would love it to be a way for people who, you know, are coming from Windows to be like, oh, actually, you know what? Maybe there are a bunch of weird, unintuitive things about my operating system that, you know, people don't have to deal with elsewhere. But what people aren't going to read that at all. What they're going to see is a Linux person coming in and saying, wow, your operating system is wrong. And it's like, no, that's not what I want people to read. I was hoping people could see that, you know, these are two remarkably different operating systems with different use cases and different workflows. But again, people are going to see, here's an arrogant Arch user coming in. I don't want that. So screw it. Not doing that at all. And we're just going to avoid that issue entirely. Speaking of issues, there were a couple things here. Missing algorithm implementations. I'm going to look at this one first, and then we're going to get to the logo. So this one was mentioned by... yeah, I was really hoping this one doesn't have the Hacktoberfest label? They should definitely have the Hacktoberfest label. 1 second. This is one of the most important ones. Like FFT, actual FFT libraries. So okay, I should update this. And go down here. And say we should probably either close this issue. It's not seen an update in 2 years, even if it's pinned. Yeah, so the reason this hasn't seen an update. This is still... Um, let's see, on finalize the implementation. Yeah, so this is still a relatively important issue. We're waiting on finalized implementations for these languages before put them up in the algorithm archive. So I feel like this should stay. Now, the question is, link to appear. Ah, thanks, Nick. Let me also go in here and say one more thing. So let me check, but I should update the list. That said, I should definitely update the list. All right, definitely, whatever. All right. So, like, for example, is the FFT stuff even relevant anymore? Oh, adding tests against actual FFT libraries. Yeah, these still need to be done. So Coolituki and Scratch. Let's just see what's actually been updated since the last time. I think it's been a while. Let's go to the algorithm archive here. Algorithm archive. And let me just double check to see what we have here. So the first thing I want to do is go to Coolituki, which is FFT. I don't know why we have two different ones. So let's go to Coolituki, or probably just FFT. Here we are. I do need to update this chapter though. Yeah, I definitely need to update this chapter. Yeah, 100% need to update this chapter. Okay. I also think another important thing here is that now that we have, yeah, so relay integration, LabVIEW, and Scratch need to do update. I think actually Scratch has been updated. I think that one's fixed. I think Coolituki might also be fixed. Scratch. No, it's not fixed. Okay, right. What we might need to do, are there? Yeah, there are. Yeah, okay. Let me go in and actually just remove the code from any of these chapters. So essentially what I did is for those chapters that don't have full implementations, I went through and I basically said, here's the Julia implementation for now, but I'm actually just going to remove all of those, and this is going to help us find those partial implementations. This is like your own personal wiki or something. Right, so this is the Arcane Algorithm Archive. Here, I'll just give you guys a link here. For those of you guys who may not know, might be on the stream for the first time, this is an online textbook that we're writing with various language implementations. What I use it for, and as I've been writing it, what it has been used for is a way to introduce people to the rest of the projects that we're doing, both here on Twitch, but also on YouTube. And so every YouTube video comes with at least one Algorithm Archive article to explain what the video is talking about. So here, for example, is the Barnsley Fern. We talk about what it is, how it works, and all this kind of stuff, what the different transformations do, all that kind of stuff. And then we also provide language implementations down here in, a bunch of different languages. A lot of other implementations have better, like, I don't know how to put it, but essentially the code is interwoven into the text, like these in here. And the idea is, the languages serve as a way for you to better understand the textbook material, and better understand the implementations and stuff like this. Better understand the algorithm, right? So instead of providing pseudocode, which is often very confusing, we provide actual usable code that someone can go in and work with. Now, there's a lot of just like things that are very interesting about this. Like, for example, we can do a bunch of benchmarks. We can do a lot of tests to make sure that all the language implementations are correct. There's a lot of really cool things to do here. And it's slowly being built up one step at a time. Yeah, my bot is no longer working, so I'll just give you a link there, youtube.com. And then we go to your channel. Here. So there's a YouTube channel as well. Yeah. Again, we're not... Honestly, basically the YouTube channel and the Twitch stream have... I mean, look, we were way better 2 years ago. But, I'm slowly trying to build myself back up from where... So we were doing super well in 2018, then we kind of died, and now I'm trying to build back up. That's kind of where we're at. I'm always a sucker for educational videos. Yeah, I hope they're interesting for you. Also, if you're interested in educational videos, let me show you something really cool. So over the past Here it is. Perfect. So over the past summer, I guess, for the past few months, we've been running this competition called the Summer of Math Exposition, and it was just finished. Well, it finished in September, but it took us a while to finalize the playlist and get the final uploads and everything done. But here's the playlist of all those videos. There were 1,300 different entries. Some of the best entries are here. In fact, this is just the list of all the YouTube videos. If you want more information, feel free to go to 3blue1brown.com here, and there should be under blogs, someone results here. So this is a similar, this is with all the articles included as well. What is going on? Why is the H not there? I'm sorry about that. So here's all the articles down here. Let me check to see if the YouTube playlists are here as well. 1 second. YouTube. YouTube playlist. Yeah. So there was a bit of an issue here. Like we asked all the contestants to give us like one entry, but some people thought one entry was like a YouTube playlist. And so they gave us 10 entries, and then they're upset when their playlist is not in the playlist. It's like, well, we can't do that because, you know, you can't put a playlist inside of a playlist. So anyway, we'll figure out what to do with those in just a second. Good. Okay. Let me look for, here's the Julia implementation for now in the algorithm archive. Projects, algorithm archive, and now we're gonna do, I'm gonna do grep-rl, and I'm gonna look like, here's the Julia implementation for now. And let's just see what we can find. Dang it. Look for 4 now. Okay, let me see what I did over here. Let's go to the algorithm archive. And let's just go to any of these that are missing the language implementation. So Cooley-Tukey, for example. So we'll go down to FFT, and then we're gonna do Scratch. And I think here we see the Julia implementation here. It sucks. I'm familiar with the contest. I've been getting a lot of cool videos in my recommendations. Right, so one thing that we were really happy with that is it actually created a network of videos that were all kind of linked together. And slowly over time, you're gonna see these videos in the YouTube algorithm. Like if one is recommended, it will, because they're all linked together, link to other videos in the playlist. So it created kind of a little math community on YouTube that all kind of unintentionally through the algorithm are connected together and really, you know, have helped the rest of the content creators grow, you know. It's actually been super nice. You've seen some of the videos go viral as expected in a network like this. It's kind of, I don't know, it's quite nice. Okay, so what are we gonna do? I guess I'm gonna have to go through each of the implementations and find all of the ones where we have, you know, Julia in the place of other languages. So yeah, I don't know exactly how we're going to do this. I'm going to create a PR and mention this one and just kind of go through and figure it out. So let's go over here. It's going to take a little bit of time. I think this is a good day to kind of do some of this stuff for the algorithm archive. So that's what we'll work on. So we're going to CD into contents, ls here, CD into Cooley-Tukey, ls, vi Cooley-Tukey.md, and Julia. And then what I want to do is look for JL. So we have the JL file there, but we also have the JL file for Scratch. That's what I thought. What I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to remove all the partial implementations. So all of the implementations that are not fully in the algorithm archive and switch between 2 different languages, I'm just going to remove them. So git branch, git checkout, master, git pull, upstream, master, and now we're going to just mess around. Okay, so now we're going to do git. Oh, these are all the tree traversal changes. Right. Okay, let me actually check the algorithm archive website right now and make sure that the Python implementation for tree traversal is actually working correctly. Yeah, it is. Good. Okay, so we're going to git checkout -b, and partial removal. All right, git, okay. So what am I going to do next? I am going to, look at this, vi kootlituki .md, and we're going to go to scratch here. Next. Yeah, so scratch code has Julia in it. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's look for scratch. Delete those. Next. Delete those. Yeah. I hate that because the scratch implementation is actually quite cool, but I just don't, I don't know, I feel bad. So cd back into Verlay, vi Verlay integration.md. Now we're going to look for JL. So it looks like we have scratch. Yeah, that's what I thought. So we need to do scratch, and we also need to do MATLAB, and we need to do LabVIEW. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but we're just gonna have to remove those languages. So anytime we see unfortunately this is not being implemented, I'm just gonna look for that. Unfortunately. So we're gonna have to do D2D. Wait, you? What? Oh, I see what's happening. D3D. And do that again, and look for the next one. All right, 1, 2, 3, next one, 1, 2, 3, next one. Okay. Git add Verlay integration.md. And then let's see, what else do we need? The outrageous lack of syntax on hurts him emotionally and physically. Sorry to hear that. I mean, the truth is, I find syntax highlighting difficult to read. I mean, I know that's not true for everyone, but screw it, this is how I code. Like, I've been coding like this on Twitch for a long time. If you don't like it, sorry. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Quite frankly, I've made a bunch of excuses. I've said a whole bunch of horrendous things, like, you know, if you need syntax highlighting to read code, you're not very good at formatting the code. Of course, that's a joke, but it's like, screw it. Like, I really, this is how I like to code. If you don't like watching me code, totally fine. I 100% understand that. I'm not going to change how I do it. I've been doing it this way for years and I like it. Same as using VI instead of Vim. I like it. That's why I do it. I can swap back and forth now trivially. Right. I mean, the other thing too is, I make stupid claims like, oh, you should be better at formatting your code. You shouldn't rely on syntax highlighting, but also like, meh, that's a stupid claim. I get it. Like, I'm being a complete, arrogant, whatever. I'm being arrogant saying that. The truth is, people code how they want to code. Just, it's fine, like, no reason to complain about it. And here I am ranting about people complaining about it when they're not even really complaining about it. The colors freak me out. They do, though. They honestly do. I mean, like, if you're doing syntax highlighting, it's kind of like, it bothers me. Like, it makes it harder for me to read the code. So why am I going to write code in such a way that makes it harder to read for me? Specifically because, I'm the streamer here. Like, I'm the one that's, putting myself out there. Like, I'm sorry. I'm being super rambly recently about like Linux and Windows and all my choices and how sorry. I need to stop being this way. Most of syntax highlighting is useless besides like braces and scope highlighting. Yeah, so to be fair, I actually don't like the braces highlighting is like the number one reason I don't like Vim. I realize you can easily turn it off, like no match parentheses equals 0 or whatever. I have to do that every time I open up a new machine, just reset Vim so it acts like VI. But anyway, point is, right, so the reason I think it's kind of useless is because of this. Let me just go into cd code, L is here, cd into, I don't know, like C, ls, go into vi verlay.c. All you have to do is press you can hop between them, right? Just press the percentage sign and you literally just hop between the braces, right? So like, why do you need to highlight the braces? You can just hop, like, wow, look at me, I'm hopping between braces. Like, again, I'm being a jerk. I'm being a complete jerk, and I apologize for that. But like, the reason I just find it kind of a bit weird, it's like, just press percentage. You're done. It's weird that they even added that as a feature in Vim because they already had a button to do that. That was my opinion, which is wrong. I get it. It's a wrong opinion, but it's fine. Okay. What am I doing next? I'm going to look at the issues here. Missing algorithm implementations. Gaussian elimination is fixed. Cooley Tukey, Verlet integration, FFT. Looks like all of these guys need simple changes. So let me think about any other implementations that might have like kind of weird half implementations. So I'm going to cd back a directory, ls here. I can hear it. I can see the comments coming in. You can do whatever you want. I respect that. Just out of curiosity, why are ls colors different? To be fair, you're right. You're totally right about that. ls colors are different to me. The reason ls colors are different to me is because seeing the difference between a directory and a file is more important than seeing the difference between like seeing double, like the keyword double highlighted on your screen. Like, what does that do for you? You already see the word double. Now your eyes are just either drawn to or drawn away from, that color. It's like over here. I don't like these colors in the Julia REPL because it makes it so like all of a sudden my eyes are now not looking at error. They're not looking at, obviously, well, they shouldn't be looking at this anyway, but now like the error that I should be looking at is this thing in red, but my eyes naturally don't want to look at that, right? I want to go as far away from that red as possible. So I'm looking at all the white stuff and then all of a sudden, oh, error. Oh, it's down here in red. Oh, well, if they wouldn't have colored it red, it would have been easier for me to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I do understand, there is a bit of hypocrisy there, and that ls does have color, right? So does ASCII-Quarium. ASCII-Quarium has color. But I don't know. I mean, again, it's just how I do things. I don't know. I could probably get used to syntax highlighting if I did it enough, but I definitely could. I definitely could also get used to Vim, all this kind of stuff. But I just don't, because right now I haven't had the. Every time you learn something new, there's a little bit of growing pains, right? Just a little bit, and going through those just easy little bit of growing pains hasn't been worth it for me yet. I mean, again, I've been using the same Linux setup for 14 years. I haven't changed anything. And I'm not really intending to change anything. I know that sounds really lame. I will use an IDE. I use Visual Studio Code if I have to for bigger projects and stuff like this. Fine. It's just, if I can stick to stuff that I know and I like using, I do that. I don't know why I'm rambling about this. This is completely useless to ramble about. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm just being really, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm being. I'm being a little jerk. I don't know. I'm not trying to be, but I'm sounding really pompous and arrogant, and I'm not intending to sound that way. What about auto-completion? Yeah, so auto-completion is useful only in C++. And my argument is it's only useful in C++ because C++ is a bad language. Oh gosh, here comes the opinions. Oh man. No, the truth is I found auto-completion useful in C++ because it was impossible to find like a random number generator. It was in like std-ran blah 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 blah, or like all this kind of stuff. Like, it's just so far deep. You kind of need an autocompleter to do it. I'm so sorry, guys. If you don't have the incentive to learn that, so you don't really do it, then there's no reason for you to do so. Right. I mean, you guys are totally, like, I know my opinion is wrong here. Like, I'm not sitting here and defending myself. I'm just saying what I believe, and I'm not going to go any further. I think C++ being a bad language is not an unpopular opinion. A Java autocomplete-oriented language, that's also probably fair. I want you to try Copilot from GitHub. Yeah, I mean, look, we tried LimePixel T. Thank you so much for following. Really appreciate it. See, this is LimePixel T. That is a type. It's size T in C++. See, there we go. We've got ourselves a new type in the system. Every time I do something with C++, I swear to never use it again. Java without code generation is pain. Right. So the problem is that the problem with code completion is it's just so annoying to write code with code completion, because you're going to be typing something and the code completion is like, so you'll type, I don't know, like you'll type st. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, what do you want? Do you want stat? Do you want std? Do you want this? Do you want it? Like lists everything. It's like, no, dog, just let me finish typing the word, please. Just let me finish. I'm gonna type std chrono, right? Chrono, and I'm like, oh, do you want chromium? Do you want? It's like, no, dog, chill. I know what I'm trying to type. I'm trying to type chrono, and then it's just like, you know what I mean? Like it's just so hard to write because like it's constantly distracting you as you're writing, you know? I like autocompletion when you don't know the syntax of a language by heart. That's fair. Like 100% also fair. Also, I misspelled STD right there. So like clearly something that I needed autocompletion for. But my point is that like it's just annoying to type things with autocompletion because when you type things with autocompletion, it's like, you know, it just keeps guessing as to what you mean. It's like, no, just let me type for once, you know? Worse than the autocompletion where you press on enter to validate. Oh yeah, that gets me all the time as well. So then you have to know to press space and yeah, anyway, look, I'm an old timer. Like I hate it. I'm only 29 years old. And at the same time, like I write code like I'm from the 70s and I know that. But the thing is, VI has never let me down. It's a pain in the butt to use. It is a cranky old fellow. Like it will screw you up. You know, let's open up VI stuff, right? If I press I and I press arrow keys, it does this. Okay, what proper text editor does that? None. I'm not using a proper text editor, and that's fine. I don't mind using a crappy text editor because at the very least, VI doesn't try to be a good text editor. It's like, look, I've got quirks. I know I've got quirks. Deal with it. I'm like, okay, man, I'll deal with it. But like, you know, whenever you see all these other, like, you see IDEs, like, you know, Visual Studio with the auto-completion and rah, 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 I'm like, oh, just screw it. It's too much work, too much, like, visual processing to happen while I'm writing code. I just don't want to have to deal with it. And worst case scenario, I don't want to be typing code and looking away from the screen, which I often do, and then look back and realize because of auto-completion, because of weird things that the text editor is doing that I wasn't aware of, all of a sudden, you know, the code looks different. You know, I've genuinely written code. I did, for example, like a Monte Carlo implementation without looking at my terminal at all, and I can do that because I know exactly how my text editor works. It works exactly how I want it to work, and I don't have trouble with that. You know, so like there's something about just knowing exactly what you're writing is what you get that I really like about it. It means that it's not confusing to me. I like super tab for Vim where I initiate the completion. I really do not like, hey, let me add this closing. Yeah, right. Exactly. I agree with that as well. I like tab 9, but it's sometimes annoying to work around. Right. Anyway, I'm doing a super ranty Ramboleo session here. I shouldn't be, but I am. Everyone's going to complain. No matter what text editor you use, no matter what IDE you use, no matter what programming language you use, everyone's going to be pissed off, right? No one likes C++ except for C++ developers. No one likes Java except for Java developers. No one likes JavaScript except for JavaScript developers. And even those people that like the developments, even those people who are like those languages or use those languages, a lot of them don't like the language. They're just using it because it's the best tool for the job. It's kind of like everyone's pissed off. Everyone likes Python. Oh, you know, there are opinions there. There are opinions. For example, I personally think Python, if I have a choice to write C code or Python code, I will choose C every time. Python can get a bit annoying sometimes. But on the other hand, Python is super nice for various other things, right? Right, used to. I think that's correct. Like, people just, if you're going to write code and you want to write simple code, it's like, yeah. I like C code. I like Fortran and C code. I genuinely do. Obviously, Julia is now my preferred language, but I like Fortran and C. Like compared to C++, I'll take C any day. I just like the manual memory management. I like a lot of things about C. And here I am making completely random arguments and then sharing opinions that no one cares about on a Twitch stream that, like, who cares, right? Like, again, the way I see it, and I'm always going to say this, you choose your operating system, you choose your text editor, you choose your programming language, you've made those choices, right? And you can change them at any time you want, as long as your job doesn't, like, require you to use these languages for various reasons, right? So, like, you know, if you don't like it, change it. Like, you know, if you don't like your operating system, change it. If you don't like your text editor, change it. If you like it, stick with it. That's my honest opinion, you know? It's why C++ was my first language, and it was also the language that I finished my PhD in. It was nice. I like it. I don't like C++ 14. I don't like anything, you know, functional with C++, but yeah, screw it. I like when I type if and then type tab, and it lets me tab through the different parts of the if statement, typing in what I want there. I can write it all in my own, on my own, but for me, it makes me a bit faster, right? You know, that's a really good point, right? Like, if you're talking about efficiency, what I do, completely inefficient. Never. Like, look, I know how to use VI, right? Like for example, at some point, taught VI to a class of people, and I gave them, like, okay, let's say I want to create a comment block. It's super easy. I do, maybe 2I this, there you go, and then I press, I don't know, 78I that, bam, and then I do yank paste. Like, I know how to do this. It's not hard, and then here's our comment block, and then I just do purpose. I don't know, to show people them. Like, it's easy. I know how to do all this kind of stuff, but also, even knowing how to do all that stuff, having a text editor or someone to autocomplete is going to be more efficient than anything I do, right? Like, if your text editor knows you and you can like just autocomplete everything, autocomplete the entire code base, obviously that's more efficient. But my argument is, rarely is the typing of the code the part that's actually slowing me down. It's usually the thinking of the code that's slowing me down. It's the writing blocks down on paper, trying to figure out where the memory management goes, trying to figure out what goes where, why this goes here, figuring out what an error message is. All this kind of stuff usually takes a lot longer than actually writing the code. And so I want the writing to be as enjoyable as possible for me. And for me, it's using VI. For other people, it's doing other things, right? And so, I mean, I don't know, we got in this argument. I've had this argument so many times on stream because like the first question everyone asks whenever they enter stream is, why is there no syntax highlighting? It's a very common question. And for some reason today, I just went on a rant about it. I shouldn't have. I really genuinely shouldn't have, and I apologize for that. Changing stuff, come on, that's the whole opposite. That's the whole opposite of companies. Yeah, like I know that. It's the opposite of academia as well. There's a reason we're using Fortran 77. I mean, like, I don't know. Anyway, let's just do DG here, quit. Done. There was one time I was teaching a class. Today's a ramble day. I'm sorry. There was one day I was teaching a class, and I was just trying to show people how to use an HPC. And so I did what I normally do. I typed in VI. I opened up a Slurm script, all this kind of stuff, and then I made sure everyone else could write their Slurm script. I was like, yeah, everyone else used Nano. I'm just opening VI because I know it. I cannot tell you how many people I had to teach to quit Vim. It was so funny. When I have to create li or div statements, I just do div times 5 and 5 divs. Right. I mean, yeah. Anyway, let me get some water. Hey, Trash Talk, how are you? Welcome back. Okay, let's get this done. So I'm going to go through a few other implementations that are kind of old. So we did relay integration. Let me see what else we have here. So we've got Makefiles, we've got Barnsley, BitLogic, Creative Commons, Chan's algorithm. Ooh, I never finished Chan's algorithm, did I? Choosing language, compiled language, computational geometry, computer graphic, computus, convolutions, Kuli Tuki. I think I just did that one, but let's check again. I finally get it. You use Vim because you haven't found out how to quit it yet. I've gotten that joke a lot. HTML can be just such a pain at times, so small things like that can be useful. Oh, definitely. HTML, completely different ball game. 100%. I don't mind Vim, so I'll continue to use it. I like VI. I'm sorry. There's a reason we have a Simul VI emote. Like, there's a reason this exists. It's my favorite text editor, and people can argue. But like, one reason I love Arch is that VI comes installed, and not Vim, but VI, and I don't know, I like it. By the way, Warcried, I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you in chat. Maybe you were here yesterday or the day before, but hey, how are you doing? Okay. Let me check the Euclidean algorithm as well. Hello. Let's try that over here. CD Euclidean algorithm, ls vi Euclidean.md. Let's look for JL. I'm just double checking to make sure that we don't have Julia files in the wrong spot. Yeah, okay. Okay, good. Anything else that might be wrong here? Let's take. So I do need to fix forward Euler method. That's something I need to fix. Gram scan, Huffman encoding, iterated function system, introduction. Makefiles, mathematical background, matrix methods. Man, I have the hiccups. I'm sorry. Haven't been here months. Well, welcome back. Monte Carlo integration. Let's check Monte Carlo. VI Monte Carlo, JL. Again, I'm just double checking to make sure that we don't have like So again, what I used to do back in the old days of the algorithm archive is I would allow for partial language implementations. These are implementations where like one block is done in MATLAB, and I would say, okay, that's totally fine. We'll take whatever we can get, and then we'll just put Julia in for any of the any blocks that are not MATLAB, like we don't have MATLAB for. However, I think I'm just going to remove those implementations entirely. Not the code, just from the chapters. So the code still exists, but the chapters are no longer there. Okay, so let's see. Thomas algorithm. I think this is all. There might be more, but I'm going to create the PR, and if anyone else finds more, we can go from there. Okay, so what are we going to do here? L is here. Get status dot. Get status. Nice. Git commit dash m. Removing partial implementations must be correct, right? Git push branch. Git push partial removal. Okay, looks like we're going to spend the rest of the day just doing algorithm archive work, which is totally fine. I'm going to check the kernel abstractions PR in just a second to see if there's anything else done there. And then we're going to talk about a lot of other things that we have to do with the algorithm archive. So let's go here. Seems like there wasn't an update, but I'm double checking. Sorry, refreshing the page. Nope, there was not. Totally fine, not a big deal. So let's go over here to the algorithm archive and make the PR. This is a roundabout way to kick number 394. Oh, 394. Into gear, I will remove the partial implementations from the A chapters. As a note, these were languages with only one block implemented in the correct language. The rest were replaced by Julia. Okay, let's go ahead and check the pull request first, because I think I might have made a mistake. So scratch, scratch, scratch. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Aha. Okay, there is one thing we have to do. So this we removed for so we removed LabVIEW, MATLAB, and JavaScript. I screwed up. That's what I did. All right, let's fix that, because I definitely screwed up. Okay, so we only did two chapters. Let's fix it. CD contents. Cooley Tuki, L is here. Vi Cooley Tuki. Get diff dot. Fine. Vi Cooley Tuki. I think we just removed scratch from this one, which I think is fine. But let me double check. So we just removed scratch. We just removed scratch. We just removed scratch. That seems fine. Let me just double check to make sure there is no scratch implementation. Scratch. Okay, right quit. Okay, so now we have to do the one I actually screwed up on, and we're gonna go to Verlet integration. What I screwed up on is I accidentally removed a tag that actually needed to be there. So in all of these guys, I accidentally removed, so let's see. We did scratch, we did, so here's sampling scratch, done, MATLAB, done, Julia was removed? Wait, MATLAB, no, and then LabVIEW. Good. Okay, so that one's done correctly. This one we screwed up there. That's where we screwed up. So let's go for scratch. Here. So this should be JavaScript. I think it's just JS. Yes. Let's see if there's any other scratch implementation. It looks like I did the same thing down here. Let's see. So did I? The answer is obviously yes. Okay. Look for scratch one more time. Here. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to delete that, aren't I? Oh, I don't like that at all, but I had to. MATLAB, LabVIEW. Haskell, JavaScript, that looks correct. All right, let's see if there's anything else here, Scratch. LabVIEW, lab, okay. And we're also gonna look for MATLAB. Okay, right quit. Okay, that's where it is, unfortunately. I don't really like that very much, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's do git add verlay integration, cd back into Cooley git add Cooley. Come on, there we go. Git commit -m, small fixes. Complete. Okay, git push, git branch, git push, partial removal. All right, origin. It's the same thing as last time. Okay. All right, there you go. And that should work. Let's go ahead and refresh the page here. And new pull request. We only have 60 pull requests to go through now, which is fine. I guess I'm gonna build just to make sure everything's fine. I should not have done that. That was an accident. Don't know even why I pressed that button. It's okay. It's down here. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. I guess I pressed Control D to get out of the Julia script is what I did. Okay, should be good to go. I think this is fine, so let's go ahead and double check. This led to some confusion. This led to confusion. This is weird because when people wanted MATLAB code, imagine. Well, okay, let's do Scratch code. They would see Julia. Okay, let's go ahead and create the pull request. Okay, so now we have 60 pull requests. Okay, good, next. Okay, I think the next thing I want to talk about is the logo. Okay, fixes to Monte Carlo chapter. Oh, let's go here then. Okay, the timeline for this feature can be implemented. The feature has been implemented. Please link the PR. Okay, so how are we gonna actually do this? Let's talk. We want to get a version of the algorithm archive logo, something. And we don't know how to do that. So we've got a bunch of different designs that have been provided by G. Tyndall here, who has, you know, these are really nice. And then we also have the ones that were designed by JSPP a while ago here. I'm wondering how we actually want to do this poll. So I was thinking about creating like a straw poll or something and just saying like, hey, here's a bunch of different, you know, algorithm archive versions or algorithm archive like logos that we could potentially use. Or like the Sierpinski triangle idea down here, this one. Or we could try a new one that's actually like related to this one. Let me get some water. Okay, so maybe we just, yeah, there's a few new ones in here. Right, so how about this? How about can we put each image on its own, like, comment, maybe? If we put each image on its own comment, and then we just see which ones get the most votes there, we could do it that way. Like, which ones get the most emojis there, could do it. Let me see if there's a way to do a straw poll with images. Okay, 1 second. Create image straw poll. Okay, it's not quite what I was looking for. Let me go here. How to upload an image. Okay, maybe. Open the advanced options. Upload a poll image. Advanced options button to reveal various more details. I mean, we can try, see what happens. Ah, man, I'm so sorry. I have the hiccups. Straw poll. I guess create poll. Choose an answer, and let's see if we can just add an image to each answer. Otherwise, we could like just have a permalink to each one. Am I able to do that? I think I just right click and just do copy link address. Okay, so let me think. I mean, I might want to change it a little bit, but overall, I think it's kind of in the right direction. I do like this one as well, the A cubed one. I mean, maybe it's a different font for A or something, but overall, I think it's fine. And like Arcane Algorithm Archive, that's gonna be too small underneath. So let's see. How are we gonna do the vote here? Should we ask for each? Should we ask? Does anyone have any ideas? How are we actually going to do the vote here? I mean, we can put a single logo on each line and be like, hey, let's discuss this logo. So like a single logo per item, for example, and say, hey, what about this logo? What about this logo? What about this logo? Or we could put all the logos up as a pull request, maybe. And then we say, you know, just comment on the pull request and let us know what you think. Maybe. Each image has a unique URL. Do a straw poll on that. Yeah, we could do that. I'm changing the song. Sorry, it was bothering me. Okay. How about... I was thinking maybe we want some discussion on it as well, though, is what I was thinking. Because if we have some discussion on it, like, for example, maybe people like the idea, like what it's inspired from, but they don't like the actual, implementation of it or something. I just want people to talk here. Okay, so yeah, let's just do a straw poll then. You're right, and just have a unique URL in each one, and that's what we're gonna do. Okay, let's do this. Algorithm archive design. A3 is a paper format in Europe. That's true, but A cubed is not a paper format in Europe. Also, speaking of A3, oh my gosh, man, A3 paper. I have a story about A3 paper. So. Stupid story, super stupid story. So I told you guys that I got married via mail, right? Kevo Yaldis, thank you so much for following. Really appreciate it. So essentially what happened was my wife and I hadn't seen each other for like a year and a half due to COVID. She couldn't come to the US. I couldn't go to Japan due to travel restrictions. So what I did is I literally mailed my documents to her, and she signed them. And then we basically got married without seeing each other, right? So what I had to do is I had to print out paper, specifically A3 paper, right? And as everyone knows, A3 paper is slightly bigger than A4 paper, right? So A0 paper is really, really big. A1 paper is like half that size. A2 paper is half that size. A3 paper is half. A4 is half. It keeps halving further and further, right? And so I went to a print shop and I was like, hey man, could you please print out this A3 paper? He printed it out on A4. And I'm like, okay, totally fine. I mean, I specifically went to this print shop because you said you could print A3, and for some reason people in the US can't print A3 paper, but fine, fair enough. I went to them again, and I was like, hey man, you printed this on A4. And he was like, no, I printed it on A3. And I was like, no, this is A4 paper. I know what A4 paper is. A4 paper is like the size, like I use A4 paper all the time. That's my normal, that's like the size of a notebook, right? Like my lab notebook is A4 paper. I like A4 paper. I always buy A4. And he was like, no, that's not going to work. So then I was like, fine, fair enough. Just, could you then print it on one size bigger? And so then the guy was like, oh, okay, you want one size bigger. So you want A5 paper. I was like, no, 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 no. I want A3 paper, which is one size bigger than A4, which you printed on. And then he was like, no, 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 you don't understand European paper sizes here, my friend. See, A5 is twice the size of A4. I was like, no, no, you're wrong. You're so wrong about this. I don't understand how you could be this wrong. I was like, wait. A5 is half the size of A4. And he was like, no, see, I'm the guy who's printing your paper, and I'm telling you. And so he was getting really pissed off at me. I was like, fine. Look, you printed something that you're saying is A3 when it's actually A4. Then you're telling me to print it on A5 because I want it twice as big. So screw it. Whatever size paper you gave me, just double that size. Just double that size and give that to me. Just give me twice as big. And he's like, well, that doesn't make any sense because your PDF that you sent me is labeled for A4 paper, but I can print it on A5, which is twice as big. I was like, no, just... First of all, you're printing it on A3, not A4. I was so pissed off. Because this guy could not understand paper sizes. And I'm like, dude, I don't know why I became this pedantic guy, but at the same time, it's like, your job is literally printing paper. Surely, you know better. Anyway, that was a ramble. I don't know why I've been so rambling today. Generous Steve, thank you so much for following a few minutes ago. Man, I was just like, I was so upset. Because this was for the wedding, right? Like this was the formal document that my wife had to sign, and the people and my wife's parents also had to sign. So it was like the formal document that I had to send over. And so it's like, well, if I can't get this right, everything is screwed up, and it's going to mean that I can't go to Japan. It means I can't go to Europe. There was so much writing on this one piece of paper to be printed correctly, and it's like, dude, you can't even figure out printing paper sizes. Like, it's such a pain. And then my wife was like, she could just print it anywhere. She could print it literally anywhere in Europe. Not anywhere, but she has at a university. So she could just go there and print A3 paper. No problem. Easy peasy. But for me, it was like this incredibly difficult thing that took literally 4 hours. Literally 4 hours to print one A3 sheet of paper. I was such a huge pain. I don't know. Anyway, I'm being rambly. Today is Rambleos Day. I'm sorry about that. It's a big red flag for a printing place. Yeah, afterwards, after it was all printed out, the guy was like, the guy sent me an email saying, well, I'm glad that we were able to get the printing paper size. I was glad we were able to get the paper sizes sorted. And then he literally said something along the lines of, I'm glad that even though you were wrong, you were able to he said something like, even though you were wrong, we were still able to print out the right size paper. I think he said something like that. I'm like, nope. But I'm not responding. I'm letting this go. Printing on A3 paper is not easier when the paper guy doesn't understand paper sizes. Oh boy, paper sizes. Anyway, let's go. Algorithm archive. Okay, here's what we're gonna say. This is a series of logo that have been provided on where is it? Which one is it? It's going to be this logo design here. Here. He's thinking logically A5 is greater than A3. Look, I get it, but also, come on. You should have just responded with a Wikipedia link. I did, though. I literally did. I sent him a Wikipedia link. I was like, here's A3. It is twice the size of A4. And he didn't read it. He was like, look, he was like, I'm the paper guy. Clearly, I know paper. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm like, okay. Yep, okay. We're done. So, please vote on the best logo idea. We might still change the logo design a little bit, but we might still change the logo design a little bit afterwards. But we are looking for something that at least moves us in the right direction. That can at least work as a temporary logo Okay, I'm trying to write this in a way that makes sense. So what I'm trying to say is we're going to pick a logo, but it might be changed slightly before it's officially accepted. So like, so if you like a logo, but it's not perfect, that's okay. What made you decide to do your PhD? Almost done with my master's and can't see myself studying for another couple of years. So, yeah, let's talk about that as well. Why not? I mean, today's a ramble day. Let's just ramble a little bit more. So, PhD. I came from the U.S. system when it came to the PhD. Also, there's nothing as permanent as a temporary fix. That's probably true. So for me, I didn't actually do a master's. I just did my undergraduate and then I went immediately into the PhD. The reason I did the PhD was because during my undergraduate, I had the opportunity to do research with a theoretical physicist, an experimental physicist, and a computational physicist. And then after the undergraduate was done, I actually had the opportunity to work at Los Alamos for the Computational Student Summer Workshop. What this ultimately led me to realize is that, kind of similar to a conversation we had earlier today, there were a whole bunch of very interesting problems that I wanted to solve. And these problems were very much computational, but the fact was, I really, really enjoyed doing research. I didn't care about classes. I still don't care about classes. But the nice thing about the PhD is you're kind of done with classes. You're not really studying anymore. You're specifically spending time to do research. And if that's what you like, then getting a PhD is a great way to spend time doing that. To this day, my ideal job would be spent kind of just doing research all the time. I think that'd be great. And that's why I'm really trying to work towards that here on Twitch and on YouTube. And like I've said this before, but if I could have my own research lab and be a professor, that would be my ideal job. It's just that the way that Klima worked and the way that, so many other things worked, I just felt like it wasn't the right direction for me. So full disclosure, what's going to happen this year is I'm going to do my best to make Leos Labs a thing, as good of a thing as it can be. I'm going to do independent research for a full year. I'm going to publish papers. I'm going to do the best I can and see where it goes. And if it ends up not going anywhere, that's fine. I'm going to try to find a postdoc and work my way back into academia, and then try everything again once I have my own lab and I'm a professor. I think doing open research is a great idea. But, as far as finishing up the PhD and everything is concerned, choosing the PhD, you should choose a PhD if you like doing research. That's it. What's your current logo? We have none. Okay. So this is a series of logos that have been provided here. Please vote on the best logo idea. We might still change the logo design a little bit afterwards, but we're looking for something that can at least work. But we're looking for something that is unique and identifiable. Okay. Your own logo. Oh, my current logo is a spherical cow. Here, I'll just... Yeah, it's, in physics, the idea is that, cows are too difficult to model, so they just put a sphere in. It's kind of, meant to be like, how I work and stuff like that. The idea is it's supposed to be, taking a complex idea and making it simpler. That's the whole idea. Okay. Let's just go here, add the options there. Okay, so we're gonna start with this one just because that's the first one that we have. Copy link address. I think I can do it this way, and then paste it here. Okay, I think this will do. Next one, a cubed. Copy link address. Control V. Next one, copy link address here. Okay. Next. Here. Copy link address. Control V. Next. This A cubed. Copy link address. Here. Let's see. So this one, I think this is the best version of that one. Copy link address, Control V, and then we want to do, I think this one I kind of like slightly better, but again, the idea here is that we grab one representative of similar versions. Okay. Allow multiple choices. Okay. Do you plan on returning back for a physics? Do you plan to return back to physics or search for a more computational science position? Definitely computational science. I'm actually not particularly interested in physics or biology or chemistry. I mean, any of the sciences are kind of like, it's fine. But I find I'm more interested in like new computational methods and stuff. Okay, so here's going to be the bookshelf design. I'm just going to call it bookshelf. Okay, so the next one is going to be, what was the next one? A bunch of, I should have done this when I was putting them down. So this is going to be a cubed circle, a 3 circle. I think the next one's just 3 shaded A's. Yeah. And here we'll do kind of spirit A's. Like, what do we call them? Like, glitching? Okay. I'll put this in capital G. What's the next one? So the next one I think is just 3 A's put together. Just simple. I'm just going to say simple. The next one's going to be 3 A's, just A cubed. Okay, the next one is going to be, I'm going to say shadows. And let's see. The next one is going to be like Sierpinski-like is what I'm going to say. Ish. Okay, I think that's fine. So let's go ahead and do, I think we can create the poll. Uh-oh, did I screw up? Yeah, I did screw up. Yeah, I screwed up. You can't click on any of those links. Dang, I was hoping you could. Okay. That's fine. It's not a big deal. Yeah, okay, so let's figure that out then. Clickable links. Straw poll. Do we have to put them in... do we have to put them in like HTML format? Extend how to share straw polls. Nope. 1 second. Where's strawpoll.me, strawpoll.com the most? Can I? I'm gonna try, I guess. Edit title options. So what happens if I do the following? What if I do this? And then I do this. Is that gonna work? Save. No, that does not work. It just makes it unclickable. Okay. So I want to find some sort of poll that allows for us to at least click the links. Polls. Yeah. I guess I could also just put it on Discord and ask them to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or something. Here. Best online poll apps, social media, polling from meetings, run a poll to collect ideas for your teammates, Instagram polls, vote by mail, create polls. Bah. Okay. Can I do poll settings maybe? Poll visibility, public. Wait, no, I want public. Wait, is this public or private? Do you follow Wolfram Physics Project? I do not, honestly. Clavs, thank you so much for following. Really appreciate it. Or Clays? Klaus, actually. Comments open. Nah, these aren't particularly great. Come on. I need embed a poll, share a live poll, set a poll deadline, delete a poll. Okay, so this isn't working because I specifically need something where people can at least click the links to it. So poll with clickable link entries. Should I just create a poll like via pollmaker.com? What happens if I can add an image. Oh, I can add an image. Maybe this is what we do. Cancel. Maybe we just do this one. What do you guys think? Can I add more answers? Or can I only do 5? Google Forms. Screw it, we'll use Google Forms. That's what we need. There we go. How we spend the rest of the stream making poll website? No. Blank. Okay, algorithm archive logo design. Okay, form description. Whatever, that'll do. Where are we here? Paste it. This is a series. This. All right, so let's do this. And we're gonna do multiple choice. Checkboxes should be fine. And then we're gonna do, which, oh, is there a linear scale, checkbox, paragraph? Is there a, like, no, there isn't. Okay, multiple choice grid? No. Linear scale. Well, maybe linear scale is what we want. How much do you like this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But actually, probably checkboxes is the best one. And we'll just say, which ones do you like? Which ideas do you like? Okay, option 1. Let's see if this one works. Oh, we can add an image? Oh boy, that's what I want. I'm just gonna download all the images and then we can add them all. This is perfect. This is what I need. All right. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, guys. It's taking longer than I thought. I knew it was going to take a while. Save image. We are going to save it as CD pictures, CD logos. Well, make directory logos. All right, perfect. So now let's just save them all. So we're going to save image as pictures, and then we're going to do logos. Then we're going to do JSPP dot PNG. Okay, the next one is going to be this one, save image. And what did I call it? I called it A3 circle dot PNG. The next one was glitch.png. Save image as glitch.png. Glitch.png. Okay, so the next one's going to be A3 simple. Save image, A3, simple, .png. All right, then A cubed simple, copy, save image, A3 simple. I didn't have a PNG at the end of that one. That's okay, I'll fix it. Then we want this one, save image as shadows.png. And then we want Sierpinski-ish. Save image as Sierpinski-ish.png. Okay, so I need to go to here, and we're gonna CP. Which one did I not? A3 simple. Simple. Oh, CD logos. And then we're gonna move A3 simple into A3 simple. Oh, we do have a .png. Really? Okay. LS? So it looks like they all have PNGs. What? 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I miss one? I must have missed one, didn't I? So A3 simple is here. And then, wait, I must have missed one, right? How many are here? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I missed one. Crap, which one did I miss? So we have the bookshelf one, which is JSVP. Then we have A3 circle, which I have. We have glitched. Yeah, no, I have glitched. We have simple. That must be the one I missed. So let's do Mirage. A3 simple. See what that one is? This is A3 simple.png. Okay, perfect. So we want to move A3 simple into just .png into simple.png, and then we want to move A3 simple into a3 simple.png. Okay, so we have all that done. Let's, oh no, I didn't know that would happen. Okay, perfect. Let's go here and let's browse. So we're gonna do pictures, logos. And can I just upload all of them? No, I cannot. All right. We'll just do it one at a time. And we're gonna call this the bookshelf design. Okay, add another option. Wonderful. And we're gonna call this one the, I'm sorry guys. Oh, that's fair. I agree with that. We'll do A3 simple, okay. And I'm just gonna call it A3 simple. Which ideas do you like is what I wrote down. Are you okay with? Okay, so A3 simple, we just have a bunch more, so let's just knock them out. Here we just did browse. Shadows is what I called it, but that's okay. Shadows. Okay, next one. And we're gonna add in, let's see, we did Sierpinski-ish. Yeah, let's add that one in. Actually, looking at it at a distance, no, I deleted it. Looking at it at a distance, that one actually looks quite nice. Browse, Sierpinski-ish, open. Oh, right. Okay, so here we're gonna do Sierpinski-ish. All right, next one. Which ones are we missing? So browse, and we have shadows. A3 simple, I think is the one we're missing. Simple. Now we're going to add another option, and we're going to do browse. So we did all of these guys. Glitched, I think we're missing. Oh, misspelled that. And then finally, the last one, which should be A3 circle. Okay, open. Okay. A3 circle. Did I do dash for the other one? Yeah, okay. Okay, and then what I want to do is have one more question down here. I guess I have to do it here. Add question, and it's going to be, would you change any of the above? If so, how? It would change any of your choices. No, would you change any of your selected, how do I say this? Oh, a 3D logo like the website? Yeah, we can take a look. Let's see. That gives me like a 90s feel. You know, it's not bad. It just gives me like a 90s feel. Okay. So would you change any of your wait, that's not what I want to say. So it's not, would you change any of them? That's not what I mean to say. I mean to say, are there small changes you would like to make to any of these? Okay, something like that should be fine. And I think that's okay. Let's just change the color. So it's like gray. Gray. Perfect. Background color is going to be white because fine. Decorative. All right, we're just going to do basic. All right, here we go. Perfect. We're going to send. Get the link. Shorten URL. Copy. Could you allow for people who fill it in to see the results? I don't know if you can do that on Google Forms, but I will obviously show the results. Can you move the logos around? How do you want to move the logos around? Oh, you can move the logo around for this guy. I see. Oh, sugoi. That's quite cool. I have no idea how to do that, but that's actually quite cool. It went from maybe not to, oh, it's actually really neat. I like that. But the widget's probably really annoying to make. Okay, let me go ahead and paste that here. Okay, so here's the poll. I was trying to say we have the 3A triangle. Right. Oh, I see. I understand now. Canvas most likely. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and paste this here. So here's a Google form with all of them in there. I'll go ahead and paste this on Discord, Twitter, etc. All right. Let's go ahead and comment. All right, let's give you guys the link here, copy link address. Actually, let me open this up in Firefox just to make sure it's actually gonna work for people. Yeah, I think that looks fine. Good. Close there, and I'm gonna paste it here as well. There. Paste it there. Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on Discord as well, and just say, okay, so here's the, actually I should probably put it on the algorithm archive channel. Okay, logo. Okay, right, so where am I? Okay, probably shouldn't have shown that. 1 second. Let me check the kernel instructions PR, see if that was updated. And let's see where it's going. So kernel instructions, pull requests, let me just do refresh on this page. I don't think it was updated. It was not. Okay, cool. So in that case, what I might do is go ahead and call it for now, because we can't really hop into anything new. So tomorrow what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to reintroduce the Swole workout program. The reason I'm going to do that is so that I can actually do longer streams, because right now my stream stamina kind of cuts out at 2 hours, and having that 5-minute break at the top of every hour to do just a small workout was really helpful and kind of kept me on track and stuff like that. So I'm going to add that back in. I think we're going to close for today. So thank you guys so much for coming in. Have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time it happens to be your time. I'll see you guys around next time for the next episode of Simuleos, which should be tomorrow, hopefully doing a longer stream, and we're just going to see how far we go and what we can get done. Tomorrow will be the first day where we can actually finally get research done, now that the kernel abstractions bug is hopefully fixed, so I'm pretty excited for that. Getting the histograms done, and then hopefully maybe even getting into the parallel fractal implementation. There's a lot of stuff to do, and I'm pretty excited for it. Again, guys, thanks for coming in. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.